Hey, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Rory Powers with Right Line Trading. And the opening bell just rang. So let's just get the CFTC out of the way. This broadcast is for demonstration and educational purposes only. It's really important to know that I'm not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please do yourself a favor and consult with a licensed financial advisor. With that being said, let's take some trades. And if today's your first day joining us, I'm going to be highlighting. I'm with Right Line Trading. My name's Rory Powers. And I'm going to be highlighting the AI Auto Trader, which is a system that runs on the NinjaTrader 8 platform. And once the strategies are enabled, the system will execute and manage the trades on your behalf. It can also be considered a semi-automated system because all of the trades, once executed, will appear on my charts, the stop and the profit targets, providing me with the ability to manage the positions if I see fit. Most of the time I do best, the system does best without interference most of the time. In fact, most of the time I just get in its way. And this is our Haymaker, which is a 30 range bar type that runs on the NASDAQ. And it's probably one of our most exciting strategies. It has a risk-to-reward ratio, as do all of the strategies, leans heavily in our favor. One good trade will put you up $1,000 very quickly. And we start running the system about an hour prior to the market opening. And we have what's called our leaderboard. And this is pre-market, the strategies that are performing the best. And you can see my one-day pass on crude oil got over the hump. Our 2-minute retirement plan is off to a really nice start. Knowing the retirement plan, that's a strategy that takes reversals. It looks like my ES found a monster as well. My ES6U. Let's take a look at that. Just got my profit window. You saw my stop pop right up and lock in that profit. That's our profit window. So I can't give back more than I have the potential to gain. Boom. Got a full winner on that one. Now the retirement plan, once my trade matures in the direction that we want it to go in, first my stop goes to break even plus 11, which is where it's at now. So worst case scenario, I make $55 on this trade. However, it has the potential for a home run. You can see my profit target is up at about 180 ticks. So I locked in $55 on that trade. And I like to wait. I'm going to be trading some Apex accounts. And I like to wait until the market settles down just a little bit. I always take a look at the Forex Factory. The Forex Factory today, before we get started, we have jolts at 10 a.m. These red folders, when I see a red folder, I take it as a red light, caution. Other people see it as, man, this is my chance to make some real money. Me, I'm very conservative. And when I see that red flag, I hold up until after the report. I don't like to really trade news reports. The only one I like is the crude inventory. So when I see a red flag at 10 a.m. this morning, the JOLTS job openings, I'm going to stand aside and I'm going to let that report play out. And then after the report, I'll see what the market reacts to it. But in the meantime, we're going to let these automated strategies accumulate as much data as possible. The system leverages an AI component that's machine learning. And the more data that we feed it, the more accurate the output, the more efficient it becomes. Black gold. Black gold is up 520 today. Last couple of days on black gold. Great job, Rao. Good morning, Suzanne. Rao's off to the races already. Let's keep an eye on this 30 range. We got some downside support and upside resistance. So it looks like we're kind of in a ranging channel. The overall perspective since last night, very choppy. Lots of ups and downs. A choppy ranging market. Maybe the JOLTS report will give the market a direction. Order submitted. So our retirement plan actually loves that market condition right there. That's what it thrives on. Let's take a look at the signal B drone. Oops, sorry about that. This is our haymaker strategy. And the haymaker strategy, I always say, if we can win 40% of our trades on the haymaker, we're going to do extremely well. With the new update coming, we have a new update coming on Friday where the trading sessions are going to be dynamically adjusting. And that self-learning component of the system that I had mentioned, that AI integration, is also going to be trading in the background 23 hours a day. And it's going to feed the bot the hours of the sessions that is profitable. And it'll do a 30, 60, 90-day look back. And it'll stand aside when it just historically doesn't perform well. We're in an open position now on Stephen. Rao, there's Stephen. Rao always asks me about Stephen. Order submitted. Okay, our pattern recognition jumped in. Order submitted. Now we've got a pretty choppy market, so I think it's a wise move to let that JOLTS report play out. I'm ready in the background here. What I use for the prop trading is I use this trade copier. And I can very quickly duplicate the trades off of any one of my bots. with the click of a mouse. I've got 5 different Apex accounts, and once that JOLTS report gets released and the market settles, we'll put it into play. Let's see if we can break through this area of resistance. Got a big pop up just now. Big move up. Our 30 range signal A jumped in quick. This is a really powerful strategy as well. You can see how beautiful of an entry that it took. Profit window kicked in. Thank you. And just like that, that haymaker's up $1,000. That signal A entry is really a beautiful entry. You can see momentum on my Laguerre oscillator. My RSI line, which is that magenta line, breaks up through the 20% line. Momentum shifted. The system picked right up on it, jumped in long, and hit a full winner to go up $935. That's one of my favorite strategies to trade, is that signal A on the 30 range. Very powerful strategy. Hey, Juhi. Good morning. It doesn't seem that mine are taking the same trades. Well, the first step I would do, Juhi, is first on your control center is click your log. On the bottom of your control center, there's a tab called log, and see if you're getting any type of error messages first. We have a safety mechanism that's built into the strategy where if you're getting any lag time, the system will automatically not take the trade. Gold just jumped in. Let's take a look. But yeah, I would definitely also schedule, could be a couple things. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. That was what I was afraid of. Maybe. But yes, let's get with Charles ASAP. That's Charles's strong suit. If you still have his calendar link, if you go back to your email from yesterday or the members area, schedule an appointment ASAP. Great. So with the choppy market conditions, with an arranging market, those are going to favor our signal A entries. And you can see on my leaderboard, really the only strategies that you see on my leaderboard, it's important to know, every single one of them, with exception to this signal C AI drone, is an A entry. Every strategy on my leaderboard. There's not one signal B. That means we don't have a trending market. I like this ES trade. Oh, gold. We were going to look at gold. The gold nugget is in. Let's check out the gold nugget. The gold nugget is also a signal A entry. It's looking for a reversal. I've got my emergency this morning. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of room here on this crude trade, on the gold trade. So we've got a trailing stop on it. We're trailing by 15 ticks. We've got some decent volume on gold. We got 12 minutes. 12 minutes till the JOLTS report. Gold's taking a little bit of heat. The signal B just took off on the NASDAQ. The signal B, if it's not a trending market, it's not one that we want to play on a live account. 30B. Now our profit target is just below that area of resistance, which is in a perfect position here. If it makes it up there, we've got a clear shot right to our profit target. Unfortunately, it didn't mature that far. So I'm keeping my eye on the signal A. You can keep it enabled as long as you. I just would recommend not going live, Julie. I'm going to keep my everything enabled. I'm just not going to put it in a live account until after the report. Charles can share an indicator with you that keeps an eye on the lag. I keep an eye on it as well, and as long as I see I'm in the green, I know I'm good to go. And if not, then what I'll usually do, yeah, what I usually do is I'll disable some of the strategies and slowly re-enable them. Sometimes at the market open at 9:30, you get that huge shot of data that will throw our computers behind sometimes. And then Charles has some really unique ways to clean out your system and optimize it.
Order submitted.
I'm going to take a look. I always like to see which strategies are trading the best. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I like to do a little bit of a look back. I know historically my strongest strategies, and after you've run the system for a few weeks, you'll know too. The haymaker and crude oil and the E-mini. We've got some really great strategies. Here's a signal A entry. Nice and tight to the 50. Caught the shift of momentum. It's kind of giving us the old stutter step here. But we are close to the 50. There's definitely room for it to make some money on this trade. Our 2-minute is lined up for a long trade. So our 30 range is just taking a short trade. This ranging market, we don't have that multi-time frame alignment that I always like to look for. I always like to see the 30 range in alignment with the 2-minute. So we got 7 minutes. 7 minutes. I'm keeping an eye on this ES. We're above on the ES. We're above the VWAP. That pink dash dotted line on my chart is the VWAP. I've got market internals headed up. My 50 and 15 are green. All that needs is a good JOLTS report, and that thing could go to the moon today. Now, this entry lines up better with the 2-minute. Got a lot of upside resistance, though. I'm going to get ready with this signal B drone. The report comes out. Let me just make sure. Let me just check my signal B drone. I'm just going to disable it. Yesterday, I think I moved the trading hours. I like to be in the game a little earlier. I'm going to get ready for this JOLTS report. So what I did was, just looking at the chart, I see my Laguerre is lock long on the E-mini. That NASDAQ's trying to break through that upside resistance. Couldn't get it. So I'm going to get ready for 10 a.m. on my ES signal B. And after I make any changes, I always go down to the data series and I make sure I'm on the right instrument. It's a very common mistake. There's a glitch with NinjaTrader. If you make any edits to the strategy, all of a sudden you'll be on the wrong instrument without even noticing. So be really careful of that. Here goes the E-mini pushing higher. We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes till this report comes out. The Dow is in. The ES 1-day pass, let's check it out. ES 1-day pass is in there. If it's headed long, it's got a good shot. It is too. Here we go. ES 1-day pass. Boy, it's got a very tight stop. It's going to get 2 tries at it. This is our 1-day pass on the E-mini. This is a more aggressive strategy. This is a template that's designed to pass evaluations in a very quick, in a very timely manner, in a timely fashion. 1 trade, and it's a pass or fail. You either get an A or an F. But this one actually, the stop is very tight, I see. Well, actually, it took a $2,400 loss. So that account would, if you were trading an evaluation, you wouldn't have made it, obviously, on that trade. I'm going to go to the ES signal B. AI drone. Okay, here comes that report. Great. We'll get it worked out. Not to worry. Julie. Let me go to my Forex Factory. It's one thing to know the news report is coming out, but I also find it helpful to know what they said, you know? And how the market reacts. There we go. There goes the report. The 2 minutes that the retirement plan crushed it. Okay, we got some really good action here. Wow, let's let it calm down. Let's let it settle down. Trying to trade that is going to be very difficult. Here comes a signal A setup. Right into an area of support. ES is going right back to the VWAP. Gold took off to the upside. So let's see what this report said. What is the news? The Bank of Canada reduced their policy rate, they call it, by 25 basis points to 4.25. Ooh, look at gold take off.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Our retirement plan hit the profit target at 2,000. The haymaker, holy moly. The signal A's.
Order submitted.
This is the strategy that's been doing so well this morning. This signal A on the 30 range. It's up 1,090. We're going to keep our eye on that one big time. Big volume. This is why it has a red folder. It's an extreme. So they gave us the big head fake to the downside, and now we're getting a retracement long. Gold to the moon. The only thing that really hasn't moved much is crude oil.
Order submitted.
Ooh, there it goes. That one blasted off. Oh, wow. Oh, I thought that one was going to launch for a second. Let's look for the signal A bounce. Off the 50 to the upside. Our Laguerre is locked to the bottom. If we bounce off the 50 and shoot up again, we could be in a long position on that signal A drone. The market is trying to make up its mind which way to go. Just going to stand aside here.
Order submitted.
Saw that coming. Haymaker went short. Stutter stepping. Nice and tight to the 50. We got a red 15, a red 50. Hasn't found its way yet. Still choppy. Well, the 2-minute is maxed out. Our retirement plan is at 2,000. It's not going to take another trade. So that one is out of the picture.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Cash register is getting ready to short the E-mini. It's the problem with that short entry on the E-mini. You can see it on the top left. It's headed straight into our VWAP.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
I think price could very well bounce off that VWAP on the E-mini. The bulls just don't want to let it melt down. I could see there's some buying pressure here still.
Submitted.
Okay, let's see what the bank said, what the news report was. What did they say? U.S. job openings and labor turnover. The number of job openings was little changed at 7.7 million on the last business day of July. Hires changed little at 5.5 million.
Order submitted.
Wow, that's some report. Holy moly. This is what I'm looking at here. This is the report they just released. So this is the data that the market is cooking into the equation.
Order submitted.
Okay, here we go. We're getting that bounce. I had a feeling.
Order submitted.
Russell long. Signal B on the Russell. Took off. Now David Wise is our options trader. And really his core methodology is to look at the relative strength versus the SPY, which is really the S&P 500 ETF. So I always like to ask him on these reports because he's a professional with this. So I always ask him, what he thinks about the report.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Okay, our signal B jumped in long. I don't think I enabled my copier.
Order submitted.
No, I didn't. But it did take that long entry. And things are starting to settle down here after about 10 minutes. I think the market is starting to find a direction. So I need a retracement back to the 50 here. In order for my strategy to fire off the long trade. I need a retracement back to the 50. On the ES, we just need it to go to the moon, obviously. We're in good shape. I've got David here. David is typing away. He's going to tell me about this report. Okay, here we go with the signal A. I'm going to enable my signal A right now. I kind of like this setup. Problem is we have the upside resistance. Well, let's go for it. Okay, we're in. Let's give it a little room here. Okay, come on now. Bounce for us.
Order submitted.
Okay, we're down. Down one.
Order submitted.
What David said was, he said that the SPY is holding over the 50 moving average. That is important flush on SPY was on Jolt's report. He said the reaction from the Jolt's report were algos selling, and then it bounced right back to the 50 on the SPY. Weak Jolts will ensure Fed will cut this month. So there's a weak Jolts report, and he's confident that the Feds will cut interest rates this month. Was David's perspective on it. Here we go short. Come on, let's get a runner here. Drop. Come on now. Well, this is just a tough environment. A little choppy. Yeah, the ODP is the 50,000 one-day passes are formatted to pass the evaluation, a $50,000 evaluation, with the profit goal being 3,000. So for a 150,000 account, we would need to change the inputs, and we have a few other members that also do 150,000 accounts. So we do have an ATM that I could share with you in the Discord.
Order submitted.
Okay, the ES signal A went right back in.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Just need one to get loose here. Push up. Push up. Push on up. Run. Come on. Come on. Go all the way. Don't come back now. Don't come back now.
Order submitted.
Go ahead. Go ahead up. Go ahead. Keep running. There you go. Keep going.
Order submitted.
Okay. That put us right back in the game. That put us right back in.
Order submitted.
Needed that one. Let's see what the 2-minute looks like.
Order submitted.
2 minutes is in consolidation. All right, we got a retracement back to the 50. See if we can get another short roll. Very volatile. Here we go. Now, the area of support filtered out that entry. Now, the system won't trade right into a pivot. Five-minute days. 5-minute days. Let's talk after the trading, Julie. Looks like gold wants to drop. And there's buying pressure on the index equities. The market's really not moving very far, I could tell you that. We're still pretty much sideways here. The E-mini from the open, you could see it's nowhere. So I think David's perspective, if I'm trying to analyze what he wrote in my mind, because he's really smart. Uh-oh. Boy, this is a scary one here. Not crazy about the entry. Come on down. Come on down.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Nice.
Order
Push
submitted.
down. Push down. Push down. Look at that. Boy, this is a tough market here. Man, that thing kissed my stop 3 times. Did you see that? Holy moly, enough to give you heart palpitations. All of that for a break-even trade. Holy moly. Really sweated that one out. Hold up. All right, we're still in position here. Well, we just need one. I'll show you where I'm at so you can see. On the apexes that I'm copying, just about break even. This is what this strategy, if you could stay in the game with it, you're just always one trade away with this strategy. It just needs to pick up one good one, and you're on the sideline. If I go down 300 or 400, I'm just going to stop. And I'm just trading the one that, right now on my leaderboard, the 20U looks really good. That's 20U Norenko on the NASDAQ is a sleeper. Now it just went short. It's just chopping all over the place is the problem. That one hurt. All right, I'll give it one more shot.
Order submitted.
I'm going to go ahead and go to my ES signal B and look for it to push through that pivot. Really think there's going to be some buying pressure here. What David was saying was that the weak JOLTS report increased the likelihood of the Feds dropping interest rates in September, which is really what, the elephant in the room is. So we really want a long bounce. All right, so I'm going to play this pivot break here on the ES. Trying to get a long entry on the NASDAQ with this signal A. I don't think it came down far enough. Here, now it did. Now we might get it if it breaks this. Nope, just missed. It's retesting 968. I'd really like to see it retrace one more time to the 50. Come back down. It broke it there. Nope. Not in any positions right now. Okay, let's get this bounce to the upside now. Got a lot of resistance to the upside. The system will not trade into those areas of support or resistance. Unfortunately, we've got prices bouncing like crazy right in this area. There is some buying pressure. There we go. It jumped in, actually, right into a pivot. But I like the long position. Let's hope we can break it. Keep going. Keep going. Run right through it. There we go. Run right through it. Don't stop now. Keep running up. Pop through there.
Order submitted.
Oh, man. Ranging pretty good on us. You know, that 2 minute on the Nasdaq did so well. It went flat on us. You see my Laguerre now; it's just completely flat. That's not good. We're in this channel. I'm just going to disable for a minute here. On the Nasdaq, I'm disabling. It's just completely flat right now. We're right at that 58% line. The strategy kicked in. I disabled it from my Apex account. Just don't like this channel that it's in. Could have been a mistake. Yep. There it goes. A lot of upside resistance. The E-mini can't break through. It's been testing and retesting at 55.42, and it just can't break through it. I am playing that break on the ES. If it does break through, I've got it to the long side. Now we're getting a push of volume here. They're trying to push it through. Well, the bears they're in a battle. Here we go. Now we're getting some movement. It's never a smooth ride up, is it? We're going to hang in there, though. Here we go. We're getting through it now, aren't we? One more push up.
Order submitted.
We're getting close. The ES, you can see the ES, what happened, the reason I sighed the way I did, because it broke the pivot, it appears. But my Laguerre is not pinned. I don't have the MI signal. The MI signal are those little triangles. I need a triangle. And if it just keeps pushing up, it'll come. Uh, 5,000 contracts a minute on the ES. So we've got really good volume. We just haven't really found this a good trend yet to jump in. Got a big zone of consolidation here on the NASDAQ. Took a little leg up and now it's sideways again. Come on now, break through here. Let's go. Some real buying pressure. Okay, on the 30 range, it's almost broken through. Not quite.
Order submitted.
This black gold strategy's been really red hot lately. Black gold is our crude oil strategy. Okay, I am enabled on this ES. I need that Laguerre to get pinned to the top.
Order submitted.
I just heard a position open. The Russell went long.
Order submitted.
Crude oil's out. Need one more push up. This signal A might kick in here. This 30 range chart. We got that upside resistance. I'm just sitting on my hands actually. I don't have anything enabled. I have the ES enabled. The Nasdaq, I'm just sitting on my hands. I wanted to get out of this ranging channel it's in. There's no reason to gamble with it. It's just too choppy right now. I'm looking for a break. I've seen it roll over and die, and it just keeps trying to push up and it just can't make it, and it just falls flat. But who knows? They might push right through and it might break. Excuse me. Now we've timed it out to we did a lot of analysis on the data, and our 1-day pass now on the Nasdaq 30 range is at 11:30. 11:30. I believe it's 11:30. It's either 11 or 11:30. So we're coming into really the peak time for this Nasdaq 30 range. Now we just got a break. The price action is just really tricky today. The 2-minute Nasdaq and the 30 range Nasdaq are all over my leaderboard. So I'm focusing on those, and I'm hoping that we jump in long on the E-mini. The LIQUIDITY just never gets to where it's pinned. It pushes up and then it comes back. It pushes up and comes back. Okay, it looks like we're breaking through here. I see on the 2-minute I still have upside resistance. I don't see that on my 30 range. On my 30 range, it looks like it's clear sailing. But these higher time frame pivots, I definitely wouldn't ignore them. Higher time frame pivots are what we refer to as volume zones. That's really what our volume zone is. It's a higher time frame pivot. Well, it's tempting to take a manual long on the E-mini, I'll tell you. Heikin-Ashi, yeah, you're right. I was watching David's training on Heikin-Ashi, and man, he is such a good trader, man. If you check out our YouTube channel, and David Wise has a video out, and he shows how he trades Heikin-Ashi and the signals that the candles provide him to stay in a trade, stay in a trend, or to exit on a reversal. All right, we're almost getting to where we want to be. They're making us work for it today. It's not like yesterday. That signal B on the NASDAQ could kick in. The NASDAQ 30 range 1-day pass. I'm just going to confirm that it's 11:30, but that strategy is red hot. Oh my goodness. Wow. That NQ30 range 1-day pass. It's the NQ 50,000 1-day pass. I'm going to just bring up the master spreadsheet just for a second. Wow, look at crude. Crude is only $70 a barrel right now. And it's only a matter of time before that thing really starts flying. Look at the volume on crude. Was there an inventory report today on crude? Sometimes I miss them. Let me go back to the calendar.
Order submitted.
No. Boy, something sent the price of crude flying. Oh, I was going to see the, I was going to look at the master spreadsheet. And let's take a look and see. Boy, I love that signal A to the long side on crude. Oh, is that a nice trade? Here's a nice trade long on crude. There was just 5,000 contracts a minute crossing on crude. It's at 1,200 now. Really good volume on crude. Just under 3,000 contracts a minute on crude. Right now they're pushing the price of crude up. The system just went short. On this retracement, now that black gold. Let me duplicate this. And let me put that black gold strategy in. No, I don't want a short trade. Hold on. Oh, that exit on line change has to be fixed. That cannot use a smart stop like that. Okay, we don't want this signal A. This signal A is a counter trend trade. We want to bounce off the 50 long.
Order submitted.
Man, we just can't get into that E-mini trade. Now this 2-minute is one of our hottest strategies today, so I'm not ignoring it. It very well could take a nosedive and catch a short entry. fact, I'm going to prepare myself for it. I'm going to put on the retirement plan. If this market rolls over and flops, that 2-minute on the NQ could come back into play this morning. Okay, our crude is now, our Laguerre is buried. And we're looking for a bounce off the 50. Oop, there it goes. There goes the NASDAQ. Short. Oh, I just missed it too. Okay, here we go. We were one trade away. And it could be to the short side. Looks like I am in a trade here on the NASDAQ. Did the retirement plan take a trade? It did. I found myself in a counter trend trade here. Oh, man. Woo! I found myself here in a counter trend trade on the retirement plan. It's taking a lot of heat. I put my stop above that area of resistance. Open like crazy. It rolls off of it. But all morning I was looking to get into a long trade. Volume is slowing down a little bit. We don't have the volume like we had earlier. I think I'm on the wrong side of this trade. Crude took off to the downside. Didn't get the bounce. It just kept going on that counter trend trade. Hey, Dan. Good morning. I am going to take a quick bathroom break. Give me just a moment. I'm going to let this trade just play out. I put my stop up above that area of resistance, but I'm in trouble on this position. The retirement plan, the RSI line came down through the 80, jumped in short on a big counter trend trade, and I had my strategy enabled. Stranger things have happened, but I sure don't like that position. I think they're trying to drive the price of the NASDAQ higher, but you never know what could happen. All right, excuse me for a moment.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Oh, things have gotten bad. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm in the ES trade. Maybe this will pull me out. Finally got in, huh? Boy, was that counter trend trade a mistake, huh?
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Wow.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Took a long position here. Nice job, Marcy. Boy, that counter trend trade on the NASDAQ hurt me. Woo! Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Hey, Antoine. Sorry about that. My father-in-law came in. Come on, break through there. Let's go. Okay. Come on, get some legs now and go take off. Take off. Come on now. Get up to the upside now. Don't stop now. There you go. Push up. Oh, it's not easy, is it? Come on now. Push up higher. I'm going to take profits right there. I'm not going to get it all back in one trade, but let's go right back to I'm going to reset the signal B because it looks like it wants to push up. So I'm going to go to that NASDAQ 30 range signal B that got beat up this morning.
Order submitted.
And give it another shot. It's right back in the trade. With my Laguerre pinned on the 30 range. I probably should have just held that and held that position because of the technicals. With that RSI line pinned to the top of my oscillator, there's still buying pressure. It's not a smooth ride up, I can tell you that, but it is a slow, steady one. The 30 range signal B, I put it back into play. The signal A was doing really great this morning. And I still have the signal A on my trade copier. Good job, Marcy. Let's see if we can get one to set up on that signal A. It's retracing back to the 50, which is what we need. And we're going to go to about 11:30.
Order submitted.
The signal A drone is up 11:45 this morning. Now we've got a really nice retracement. That's just what we needed now. And we're going to try to get a bounce here. Now it just crossed the 20. Now let's see if we can get a bounce to the upside and get an entry here, a long entry. The ES strategy that's doing well today is this 6 Unorenco. I was checking the spreadsheet because that one strategy is just so hot, and it just seems to be winning every single day. And what I wanted to see is what time it starts. I believe it's 11:30. It's the NASDAQ 50,000 one-day pass.
Submitted.
11:30. All right, so we're going to hang in there till 11:30. We're going to wait for that NASDAQ 30 range one-day pass.
Order submitted.
The signal B, it's actually took it. I had a feeling it was going to. It was setting up really nicely for that signal B. I'm going to stick with the A.
Order submitted.
Now my 50's red, so it didn't execute that trade. So we're gonna give it till 11:30. I want to give that NQ 50,000 one-day pass a shot. Marcy, you got 340 on crude. Great. Wow, you're really racking it in. NQ 30, 215, 445, and 340. Nice. Oops. I got both my kids sick. Oh my goodness. Both my kids. Oop. Here we go. Come on. Get into this trade. This could take a short position right here. This is set up nicely for a short on the signal A. See if we can get some follow through. Need this next candle to close to the downside. $515, $521. Our volume is waning. I think they're still trying to figure out what all those numbers were in that JOLTS report. That was some report. Yeah, volume is waned big time on us. Let's see if they jump back in. With volume about 500 contracts a minute, not very good.
Order submitted.
Sounded like the signal B jumped. Yep. The ES is signaling a reversal. We're back up to about 1,000 contracts a minute. That's about where we want to be. Take a look at the stock market. Yeah, my two baby girls got a real bad head cold. Sounded like I got two little babies, a 5-year-old and an 18-month-old. It sounded like I was sleeping next to two drunken sailors last night.
Order submitted.
Market's actually up. Dow's up to 41,060. It's up about 1/3%. S&P up about 0.2%. It's up to 5540. Russell's up 0.5%. Nasdaq's up 1/4%.
Order submitted.
Something just jumped in. The Nasdaq signal B. That strategy in this volatile market, hasn't been a trending market We had a brief upward trend that was a rocky road up. Now we've got a rocky road down.
Order submitted.
Here comes a signal A on crude to the long side.
Order submitted.
It's actually in. The CL unrealized 112. CL black gold. October. All right, 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Coming into 11:30. We're going to try to get in on that NQ 50,000 one-day pass. Can put it in number 35.
Order submitted.
NQ 30 range. NQ 50,000 one-day pass. There we are. We're going to put it on 34 and 35. Okay, we're all set up. I'm going to do 2 evals on the 50,000 one-day pass. See if we can get 62 ticks at 11:30. This is a very risky short entry on the ES. We're going straight into the 50 EMA and we're going straight into the VWAP.
Order submitted.
11:23. Ooh, look at that haymaker strategy up 2,000. Mm-mm-mm. Still getting a lot of sideways action. Uh, hmm. Having second thoughts of this one-day pass. Got to tell you.
Order submitted.
Something just fired off. Oh, that's my conservative crude strategy. Why, when the 50 looks like a rainbow, like this crude oil, that's not a good sign. Okay, we could get a short roll here on the Nasdaq on this 30 range. Signal A. We're right into support though. That's been the story all day. We're headed right into support. But you know what? Our 30 range signal A strategies today, which is our haymaker strategies, all maxed out. I don't know where I was. I was sleeping at the wheel, I guess. I got into that crazy 2-minute counter trend trade. But my haymaker's at 2,000. My drone's at 1145 and my bot's at 780. And that's my go-to strategy. So I got to blame it on human error. All right, we're going to give it a few more minutes here. We're almost there at 11:30. And the data shows that for some reason at 11:30 the system gets a really nice trade between 11:30 and 12. Let's see if it holds true today. With these conditions, I'm having my doubts, but you never know. $300 contracts a minute. If you want that volume, if you're new and you have your chart that doesn't have this volume and you wanted to turn it on, if you right-click your chart and go to Indicators and you open up the Market Internals P folder at the very top, double-click, and scroll down and find the RLV indicator. It's right here towards the bottom. And if I double-click it, it'll come down to Configured. And I'm going to put the text black because this is a light color chart, and you'll have the volume counter on your chart. There it goes. Okay, this could be our little opportunity. Let's see if we get a retracement. We're coming up to 1128. We need a retracement back to the 50. Let me make sure I got my one-day pass enabled. Signal A drones enabled. No. Yes, the one-day pass is enabled. So let's put this on the one-day pass. And let's see if we can get these evaluations over the finish line. With a red 50, it's not going to take a long trade. So we would need a retracement back to the 50 and a short roll right now with the 50 that color. 1129. Well, let's get through here. We're testing. Got a lot of selling pressure now. Here we go. We need a retracement back to the 50. This is going to push down hard. Boom. It's off to the races. Maybe we take it manual. Let's go for it. Oh, oh no. Oh, push down. Okay, it went back our way. We're in it. Come on, a little more. Oh, I thought I was in the one-day pass. Oh, my ATM was only for 2 contracts. I did get that trade, though. We still got the one-day pass enabled, I believe. For some reason, I thought it would have 10 contracts, but it didn't. Okay. Let's go again. Got a nice trade on that one, but let's see if we can get the one-day pass going. This is our window of opportunity. We need the 50. We need the price. We need this RSI line to creep up like it just did. And now we're going to need a short roll. It's coming right back down into that area of support. Let's see if we can get a short roll here.
Order submitted.
I'm going to give it a few more minutes and then call it a day. We need 60 ticks of clearance before that area of support. So we need it to retrace just a little bit further for us. Go ahead up just a little more. There you go. Get up there. Okay, that's what we needed. Now we're nice and tight to that 50. Let's see if we can get the short roll with a red 50. Just went yellow. That's okay. Came back a little too far. Here it comes. Okay, we got a red 50. Come on now. Perfect. Let's go. Some follow through to the downside. And we're in the 1-day pass. ODP. Let's do it. Let's get it. I think we got 60 ticks right to that blue line. Put us in there. Pop to the downside. Here we go. One more. One more. Oh, come on. Get some follow through now.
Order submitted.
Some follow through. To the downside. Let's go. It's okay. Oh, it pushed through. We got that up candle. It threw it off. Go to 11:45. 10 more minutes. We're right in our window. Wow. You see that? You see that RSI line went straight down. Holy moly. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't pop us right in long. Let me look at my lagometer. It's green. All right, we got 8 minutes. 8 minutes. We're playing the ODP, the 1-day pass. I got 2 evals on it. Volume is kind of waning on us. The S&P is right at the VWAP, right at the 50 EMA. My RSI line is you can see it. For a long trade, it needs to come down a little further. But I would need my 50 green, which it's red right now. But we're very close for it to turning green. There it goes to the downside. I don't know. I don't know, my friends. We have decent volume. We're about 1,200 contracts a minute. We've got the ODP on accounts 34 and 35. We need about 25, 2,600 to pass. Let it come down and break this and retrace and pop us in. Between 11:30 and 12, we found that with the most frequency, we get those 62 ticks that we're looking for on the signal A entry.
Order submitted.
This strategy is looking for 62 ticks on this entry. We only need about 50. Okay, now we need a retracement. We need it to retrace right back up to the 50 and roll down to the short side. Great job today, Marcy. Congratulations. Really getting consistent results. Every day now, I see you putting in the profits that you're making, and it really, you're doing so great. So happy for you. Okay, now look at our RSI line. It just shot to the top again. We don't want to trade right into this pivot, though. But it's getting what David calls it the what does he call it? The compression zone. We're getting what we call a compression zone. We're getting a compression zone. We got a lot of selling pressure. The gap between the 50 and the pivot is narrowing, and it's forming a zone of compression, a volatility that's going to pop one way or the other. Market structure-wise, it's to the short side. It's retesting. Looking for that pop. If we get it, I'm going to be ready for it. Love to see a big spike in volume and a big push down. All right, here we go. We get a retracement. Just need 50 ticks. Keep going up. Go up a little higher. Oh, we need it to go up a little bit higher than that. Yep. Coming back to retest it. Let's see if it breaks. Okay. We're in a good position now for this break. This is kind of just what we wanted it to do.
Order submitted.
Let me see. Don't go too far away. I don't know if that's 50 ticks of room right there. Maybe one more candle up.
Order submitted.
Now it's got the room. Our RSI line is clearly above the 80. Just under 1,000 contracts a minute. Looking for a short roll right here. We're going to go to 12. Go to 12. 11:30 to 12 is our window. Market hasn't given us the setup that we're looking for just yet. So we're patiently waiting.
Order submitted.
Now it's getting legs to the upside. Well, that changes it, huh? That changes it. Our signal B jumped in. And our Robert retirement plan in the game.
Order submitted.
Here we go. This could be it. Does it have the room? The 50's green. Nope. Nothing yet. Come down a little further. The 30 range NASDAQ just dominated it today. It's been red hot. 30 range on that signal A. That's our haymaker strategy. Could get a long entry here. Could get a long entry. This could be it. This could be the one. It's a toss-up, whether we get a short or a long. It's been one of those days, but we got our best strategy in place. That's a shame. Just didn't come down far enough to pop us in. Boy, that was so close. It's you could see where my my RSI line. We needed to break through and come out, and it would have put us in long. We needed this retracement just a little bit further down. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we're in. The wait is over. Let's see if we can get there. Okay, let's do it. ODP. ODP. Do it. Do it one time. Come on, ODP. Push up. Uh-oh. It's waiting. Oh, no. Ouch. Okay. Well, listen. We gave it our best shot. I hung in there late. It's just been a really tough market. Today, the NQ 50,000 one-day pass didn't come through. It still has a little more time, and it looks like it's going to give me two shots at it. But I'm going to sign off. Let's go. Let's take a quick look at the leaderboard. It looks like it's going to give me a second chance. I'm down 1460. 1460 and 1415. So I was trying to get those through on the one-day pass, and it came back on me, got me. But today, as a whole, the NQ30 range and the NQ 2-minute. I mean, they're all over my leaderboard. It was no surprise which one that we should have been focusing on the whole time. It was the NQ 2-minute, and that's a reversal strategy. Did very well early. And the NQ30 range is signal A entry. It crushed it. And went right to its profit goal. The haymaker was up 2,035. The 2-minute signal A drone was up 2,000. So they both maxed out. The NQ20U continues to be consistent. I put those settings in our Discord chat group. It's done extremely well over the course of the last few months. Our ES that trades the 6 Unorenko was up 500. Our RTY on the signal B up 395. And the YM continues to be consistent as well. The Dow Diamond, the signal A drone, both in the green today. Crude oil just above water at 85 on the black gold and 40 on gold, the gold nugget. So that's how we ended up today. I took a bit of a hit on the evaluations, but we will live to fight another day, and God willing, we'll give it another try tomorrow. So I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day. I'm going to take a quick lunch break. I think I'll be back tomorrow And God willing, Mark Miller, Friday. It's Miller time. So I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your day. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you, Rao. Thank you, Dan. Hey, Stephen. Good to see you here, my friend. All right. Have a great rest of your day. My stomach's talking to me. I got to get a bite to eat. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you again tomorrow. So long. Bye-bye.